One of the areas we consult clients on and talk about a lot is what's called the Southern Cone of South America, and this is it. So right now I'm in Florianópolis. I'm in a beach resort called Campeche. I think you would call it bougie. I've been living here on and off for 2 years now, originally from England, but I made the move here to Brazil, Florianópolis in Brazil, a couple of years ago, and I'm super happy. I like it here a lot. Not the best country for tax, but when you plan somewhere to live, it's not just about tax, it's about what works for you. And I do certainly get a lot of tax savings here compared to England, but I moved here because I really like it. But I still obviously travel for work. But we also have various other countries nearby. So right over here, if we go down the coast, you will be in Paraguay. About 2 hours from Florianópolis is Paraguay. And then if you continue going a little further, you'll get Uruguay. And then if you continue going even further, it's about 2.5 hours on a plane, you'll get to Buenos Aires, Argentina. And this whole area we're calling the Southern Cone is becoming more and more popular. See, when I first moved here, a lot of people I met were simply remote workers or digital nomads. This is sort of on the back of COVID. People came here to explore the world and they'd migrate around Paraguay, Uruguay, Argentina, and in particular, the southern parts of Brazil. But that has changed. The dynamic has changed recently, and I'm seeing more and more families settling here. Now, some of these are digital nomads who chose to live here and start families, but others are families from the United States in particular, and also Europe, who have started making the Southern Cone their home. Now, why are they doing this? Well, a few reasons. One is political instability. A lot of people are unhappy in Europe and America right now. The West is not serving them well. High taxes, poor healthcare, or certainly very expensive healthcare, or long waiting lists in England. You know, Europe is seeing a lot of illegal immigration. It is not the same countries as it was when people grew up, especially coming back to the tax issue. Some of the European countries and the United States, you're paying almost 50% tax on your earnings. Whereas when you come here, you pay a lot less. Not only do you get a better lifestyle in terms of weather, food, and often infrastructure in many of the parts, but you get a huge saving on your tax bill. Now let's look at Paraguay for one. See, a lot of people are attracted to Paraguay, not necessarily to live there, but to register themselves there, because they pay zero tax. So if you were a digital nomad and remote worker, and you were paying a huge amount of your income in tax to a country you no longer reside, well, Paraguay was the perfect opportunity because you could legally register yourself in Paraguay as a resident. You wouldn't have to actually live there, but you could register there, travel the rest of the world, and you would pay zero tax. Now, there are exceptions. If you're from America, if you're an American citizen, you will be required to pay tax on your worldwide income. There are certain exclusions we advise people on, and any accountant can advise you, but generally, you do have to pay tax on your worldwide income, unless you announce your passport. And many Americans do that. 5,000 a year, on average, are renouncing their passports and simply buying a new one. But that's Paraguay. One of the reasons Paraguay has become so popular, and it is still today. I mean, originally you could just go to Paraguay on a reasonable salary and they would grant you citizenship. Now they've tightened the rules and you have to make a donation. But the maths are still there. You could register yourself as a resident of Paraguay and then you travel the world and you're paying zero tax on your income. Argentina is also becoming fascinating. Not only does it have a European feel, but there's a chance they're going to be opening a citizenship by investment program next year. Now, it's on the cards. It's not been confirmed yet, and nobody should assume it's going to happen until it does. But Argentina is seriously looking at accepting citizens by donation. So you can donate some money to Argentina and they will grant you a citizenship and a passport. They are a G20 country. That is a very big deal, especially if you take into account the lifestyle in Argentina. Compared to Europe, it's still a lot cheaper. I mean, Argentina is pretty expensive now, but I'm talking compared to Europe or the States, you get a lot more for your money. Combine that with residency and with various tax benefits, Argentina is worth serious consideration. But you have Uruguay. Uruguay has often been called the Monaco of South America. It's a nice country. It's got good infrastructure, good feel about it, good tax benefits. It's a nice place to be, and a lot of people have relocated there and feel very comfortable. So these are just some of the many reasons why South America, and in particular the Southern Cone, is becoming more and more popular. I mean, of course, I wake up to this beach every day. It's absolutely beautiful. But there's many pockets here which have real European feels, really good foods, good wine, good architecture. Not far from here, you have various parts of Brazil which feel very German. We have a lot of German architecture. You see this all the way down the coast to Argentina as well. But the Southern Cone is certainly becoming more and more popular. It is definitely on the map. We get a lot of inquiries now of people curious about what their life could be here and what legal steps they could do to relocate and base not only themselves, their families, and their assets here. Maybe not now, but in the future as a plan B. It is becoming more and more popular. Do not forget, Peter Thiel also just recently located himself and his family to Argentina. He did that for a reason. You know, the West is getting a little complex at the moment, especially with the wars, politics, taxes I mentioned. Southern Cone is actually how the West was 20, 30 years ago. It really is. It's actually got a lot of those old school values people like. And that is one of the reasons, a lot of the feedback we get when people arrive here. So if you'd like information on the Southern Cone of South America in general, well, drop me a message. My name is Joseph Boll. I head Frederick Capital, and we help people relocate overseas. We sell passports and residencies. That's what we do. And this is an area I am particularly keen on. So if you're interested, drop me a message and I can send you further information.